welcome to part 3 of our Tulum series. So in this video, we're going to be talking about all of the great places to eat in Tulum, departure, and all of your finances, how much we spent, and how much money that you should be bringing on your trip to Tulum. We really hope that you guys have found this series helpful, and if you did, as always, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any other questions, please leave a comment down below, and we'll be sure to answer them back to you. I'm pretty sure we have all the answers. So let's just jump right into the video.
Thanks for watching.
Alright, so I would highly recommend, we're going to talk about like dinner places and where to eat and food and all that kind of stuff. I would highly recommend, actually it's a must, to make a reservation for dinner. We luckily had reservations, thanks to him, for dinner every night, but I actually didn't really even think about it and didn't think it would be a big deal. It is a big deal.
Huge
These people, the hostess, do not budge.
Yeah.
Even if you're late, they don't care.
Yeah.
You're not getting in. Unless it's like maybe a Tuesday and it's really slow and you go to like not a popular place. If you're trying to go anywhere on the weekends or some popular place, regardless, you won't get in without a reservation.
Yeah.
There's just no way. They're too packed.
And if you don't have a reservation and so you can't eat per se, but you still want to go in, then you're going to be paying like $50 a head.
You just booked through what, like the Open Table app?
Yeah, the best way to do it, that I did, if you either go on Google Maps or whatnot or Open Table, like I would just look at research a restaurant on Google Maps, click it, and you just right there, reserve a table. And then just as soon as you get a chance, pick your dates, book, and set your reservation.
Yeah, and there's millions of places to eat, but if you want to eat at more of the popular good restaurants, which we're going to talk about our favorite ones, definitely recommend having a reservation.
Yep.
Also, if you're going out at night for dinner reservations, make sure that you plan at least like a half hour in advance to leave in your taxi because the traffic gets absolutely insane.
Yeah, plan accordingly because it may be only a half mile to go to your restaurant from your hotel, let's say, but if it's a Friday night, Saturday night, it can take you a half hour to get there by cab. Or if it's a mile even, so plan accordingly with your time. And
just keep in mind too, like the hotel zone that all these restaurants and everything is on, it's literally one road. There's like no turns, it's one road, coming and going traffic, and so it's gonna get backed up no matter what. There's traffic pretty much at all times of the day, especially at night and especially on the weekend. So even going, like we said, a half mile, it can cost you anywhere from 300 pesos and up. We never saw less than 300 pesos for dinner, so just keep that in mind. And you can walk to some places, but keep in mind too, the road is very tiny. You're pretty much walking and dodging traffic because you are on the road, and the roads have tons of potholes.
Yeah.
It's dirt roads, tons of rocks. Definitely do not wear heels.
Yeah.
I saw so many.
What was that with girls in like 6-inch heels struggling to just walk because it
just doesn't make sense. Like you're literally like, I wear heels all the time, and people tell me not to wear heels places, and I'm like, no, screw that. I'm still gonna wear heels. I promise you, don't wear heels. You're literally going to be walking on a dirt road and puddles and potholes, and everywhere that you eat is pretty much either in rocks. Or you're sitting on the sand. So it makes no sense to wear heels. Okay, so now we're going to talk about some of our favorite places to eat dinner in Tulum. There's, again, tons of places, but these are just our favorites.
There's some that left a print on us.
Yeah, one that we wanted to go to, but they wouldn't let us into our reservation because we were 15 minutes late, was Casa Jaguar. I heard that's an amazing place. I would definitely check that out. From what we've done research, it looked really beautiful.
And the restaurant itself is beautiful.
Yeah, we just didn't get to experience, so I can't tell you exactly
that's
how
we know to be on time.
Yeah, because they didn't like us when we told them we were 15 minutes late. So the next place that we ate for our second night on the beach was Gitano's, which was so good. Amazing. Literally something about the food in Tulum. It's just so fresh, and I don't know.
Everyone talks about how great the food is. We can't explain it to you until you actually do it, because when we were there, we're like, we heard the food's good.
Everything, like anything you order is just amazing, and the vibe of Gitano's is really cool. You're like literally in the trees. It's like foresty. It's just really pretty. There's loud music, candles. It's a really nice place.
Again, one of the many places with incredible ambiance.
That was like one of our favorite dinners for sure. So we kind of briefly talked about Taboo. During the day, it's crazy. It's a beach club. It's nuts. A lot of people, when you were doing research, we almost actually didn't go to Taboo because it's gotten a lot of negative reviews lately.
Very mixed reviews.
But I think that's more so from during the day because it's so crazy and stuff. But for dinner, it was amazing.
Honestly, and I'm going to emphasize this, I could not believe, because we almost didn't go. how great our servers were.
Yeah.
And how entertaining they were. We're not just talking about being on point with everything and our service. They were hilarious.
Yeah, they made our dinner.
Yeah, they made it amazing.
Our food was obviously amazing, but they made our experience so good, and like the servers there are just amazing. They literally have a staff there just to like make you have fun.
Yeah.
Besides the servers, there's just a staff
people
walking
that dance
around.
with you.
Yeah, there's people singing and playing violins, and it's just like a really fun like nightclub dinner vibe. It's definitely like more of a wild vibe at Taboo, but like it's not like it's worth it. It's really good. I got like the huge Maine lobster, which I'll insert a picture right here for you guys. Yeah, it was a Caribbean lobster. It was so good. And then we got like this fried feta cheese or like baked feta cheese appetizer. It was so good. And then he got the whole like catch of the day, like the whole fish. Which he was like on a hunt for this fish the whole time, and he finally got it at Taboo. But it was really good.
Yep.
Love Taboo. Another place that we went one of the nights was Meze, which is Mediterranean food.
Again, this restaurant too, although somewhat of a limited menu.
Yeah, there was definitely a limited menu, so like maybe sometime online the menu was off. It was a different menu, but it's still like really good Mediterranean food, but definitely a very smaller menu than all the other places that we went to.
And I found that place to be a lot more romantic.
Yeah, it wasn't as busy as the other places. I don't know if it was just the date because we went on a Sunday. I'm not sure, but it was still like
it seemed very romantic.
Yeah, that was like woodsy too. It was very calm and just like it was more of a romantic vibe.
Amazing.
Also, I want to mention because we made the mistake the first couple nights to keep ordering, like we would get appetizers and then we would both get our own entree. You guys can honestly split an entree and an appetizer. All the meal portions are freaking huge.
They're cute. Yeah, you'll be well fed.
Like the pork that we got was like this big.
Yeah,
like
it's huge.
All of the food that we got, we could have easily split it.
Like
and he eats a lot. And we still could have split food. So one of the nights too, we were supposed to go to Rosa Negra, which we ended up not going there just because it was farther. We kind of, I don't know. We were kind of
feeling very
we were tired. Towards the end of the trip,
exhausted.
we were getting super tired. We were at the beach this whole day, so we were just like tired from the sun. So he was like, well, let's just walk across the street from Coco Tulum, which was where we were staying, and try out, it was called Parole. We actually at the time didn't even know what it was called. We just like kind of wandered, which is, I highly recommend, just wander sometimes, and you guys can find great places. So we ended up going across the street, and it was called Parole. It ended up being literally our favorite restaurant the entire time.
But mind you, this will just kind of show you the caliber of Rosa Negra. It's a sister restaurant.
Which we didn't even know.
Yeah, we didn't know. That we realized it was part of the Rosa Negra group.
Yeah, which is also associated with Taboo.
Yeah.
Which is why our service at Parole was just as good as the one at Taboo.
Ridiculous. And
like,
the entertainment.
Yeah, it's the same type of vibe, but like, literally that restaurant chain, Rosa Negra, Taboo, Parole, like those people and the service is just like the best service I've ever had. Like I highly recommend eating all of them.
Of course, more importantly, the food was amazing.
Yeah, the food was really good.
The Rosa Negra group has it down.
Yeah, there's a lot of Italian dishes on that. I got the gnocchi. It was so good. What did you get that night?
I got fish again.
Oh yeah, he did get, but it was really good.
Yeah, but then they have they have the steaks, lamb chops.
They have amazing coffee, drinks. Espresso martinis was amazing.
Yeah. A lot of places like Parole have hookahs too, which is great for after dinner.
They had like a violin player. They had a DJ. It was a really beautiful vibe there too. I'm really happy. That was like one of my favorite restaurants.
All of this will be in the vlog.
Yeah.
You'll see it in the video. It does no justice until you see the video, and you're gonna be like, "What the heck? It's incredible!"
And a lot, like I haven't heard anyone talk about Parole in any of the YouTube videos, so I feel like it's like a hidden gem.
Yeah, no one ever. We found it, just came across, and
we actually went twice.
Yeah, and no one has ever really talked about it. Now, granted, maybe it just had opened in the last few months, but no one's talked about it. And it's in a prime location, but it's just a nice little spot. Another one of our, we just always say our favorite restaurants, but this is one that was really good. Is Casa Banana. Now I can tell you this is considered a steakhouse. We went there. I of course ended up craving steak after eating all the seafood, but amazing steak. But I have to tell you this, the dessert.
So good.
We ended up getting the creme brulee there, and I'm sure many places have great dessert.
And it was the best creme brulee I ever had in my life, just like everything else in Tulum.
We were already full from eating all this steak, and then we were like, yeah, let's get a creme brulee, and we were just throwing it down.
Good.
So just another restaurant we went to, which ended up being by default. We had to go to it instead of a different one. It was Ukami, Ukami, and it's kind of like right across from Casa Jaguar. Some of the best sushi I've ever had.
Yeah, it's a really cute place too.
Really
Just
cute,
if you're looking for a good sushi place and you're craving Japanese, that's a really good place.
Yeah. Now for the nightlife part, really. These are still considered restaurants too, but they have really good.
Just like fun places to go if you want to stop somewhere before dinner, or after dinner, or anything like that.
These are great. One of the number one places, and you're gonna hear a lot about it, is I Scream. I and then Scream. Of course, it is an ice cream place and restaurant, but
it's so fun.
It's so fun. This place is great. You can't miss it because if you're walking, driving past
it's like right in the center of like the most fun area.
And it'll be all the music, and you'll see people dancing all over the place. Cannot talk about it enough. Ice cream is great.
Yeah, it was a really fun place. We went there twice too because it was so fun, and the staff was just super fun.
Again, amazing.
I think you have a great time.
Amazing. Another one that we just decided to go to. This was just kind of like for sunset afterwards. It's just a short walk from Coco. Posado Margarita. I still think it's a must. Super,
place.
Yeah. Like you kind of turn and you see the sign and you're thinking you're walking to someone's front yard garden, and then you kind of take this sidewalk through, and then all the cute rooms, and then it opens up to this.
It reminds me of like Greece type.
Yeah.
Like it's a really unique, cool place. You won't really get it until you either watch the vlog or you go there, but like I'll have clips of it, and it's just a really cute place.
Really great food.
Really good for like pizza, Italians, right on the beach.
And I believe they have pretty good vegan options, because I know that some people are inquiring about that. Another great place, which is actually affiliated with Coco, and I think you get like a discount.
It's on the same grounds as Coco.
Is Juanita's.
Really good Italian place. They also have breakfast. This is just like, I mean, it's not like a place to party or anything, but if you just want good food and you're walking by, Juanita's is really good.
Yeah, that's a must. It's a good cute little nook.
Really good fresh juices. We had like the best orange juice ever. Everything's like freshly squeezed. It was so good. Another place that we had probably the most fun night that we possibly had was when our friends actually came from Playa del Carmen. They were in Mexico at the same time as us, so they came down. We ended up just walking and randomly finding this place called Key Arma. It's like K''ARMA.
It looks like karma.
Again, a place that nobody talks about in YouTube videos, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
it was so much fun, and it was such a cool place.
And it's beautiful.
It's ginormous.
It's a ginormous like
you're literally,
tree hut.
Yeah, you're like up in like the trees, and it's all open, and there's like lights all across the ceiling that go to the DJ, and we have bottle service. It was so much fun.
It was so much fun. Another place. Definitely stop there. People don't know much about it. Okay, now we're going to go into the part that probably is very important as well, is your finances and how to handle them there. Just like any vacation, it's going to be a budget, and it can cost. In our personal opinion, because we had a great time, relax, it gets very expensive.
It is pricey.
Expensive.
Especially if you like to drink. You like to eat and you like to have a good time. If you're just more of a chill person, maybe you won't spend as much as we will. Or we did. But we actually, like, he read and did a lot of research about, like, how people said they spent, like, certain amounts of money and it wasn't that expensive. I would say, like, it's expensive. Bring a lot of money.
Yeah, I honestly, be prepared. I think this is very important too. Everyone will tell you that it's a cash-only place. Tulum is starting to develop, so a lot of places actually take credit cards.
Yeah, including American Express. Not all of them, but including American Express, a lot of them took.
Yeah, Visa, MasterCard, of course, are king, and then, which I'm surprised, Amex. That just shows you how fast it's developing. In this video, we said we took about $1,000 each down there.
In pesos.
1,000 American, and then turned to pesos, like close around. It's like 19,000 pesos, which is actually a lot. That is a lot for Mexico. Believe me. Can I just tell you, we spent that all probably by midway through.
Yeah.
Then we started using credit cards again and doing cash. Just so you understand, these restaurants, these prices are like Manhattan prices, South Beach prices, Maui, Hawaii. If you're not familiar with that, so you're looking at anywhere between $10 to $15 a drink.
Yeah.
You're looking at meals that can be. Even if you want to just get a burger, it can be $15. So for us, in any given night on a restaurant, we would get maybe one appetizer, 2 entrees, and then
we'd have multiple drinks.
And then we probably maybe have like 2 or 3 rounds in drinks.
So how much?
That would be like $200 to $300 total.
Yeah.
So you're looking at about $150 a person for dinner each night. One night that we really partied and raged. It came out to $200 a person about. And it's easily, and I'm not talking about like buying, like this. Yeah,
we weren't like getting bottle service or anything. No. This was just like 3 drinks each, maybe 2 drinks each, a dessert, appetizer, entree.
Yeah, So, and it can get very expensive.
We're just being real with you because a lot of people are like saying how cheap Tulum is and stuff. And
or how they can do it on a budget. I'm sure you can.
I'm sure if you eat like at little taco places or hole-in-the-wall places.
Or the Subway.
But if you're, or if you eat at Subway, or if you're like just getting snacks or like a taco here and there. But if you're eating at like the prime places, like a Tano and all those places, and like eating at the prime lunch spots on the beach, you're gonna spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
You just are.
That's just no way around it.
So I would definitely bring a credit card for sure, because a lot of places do take credit cards now, but definitely bring like more cash than you think that you'll need, because you'd rather be safe than sorry.
Another thing I just need to mention, which is important. So again, with using your credit cards, I always suggest this, okay? Even though we're careful, look at the bill, because yes, there are sometimes things you'll see on the bill. You'll see with the credit cards, there'll be either a $5 charge or sometimes there's a percentage. Just so you know that as well. Most places didn't with us, but I did catch a few times there's a $5 credit card fee. Yeah, just ask. As a rule of thumb, cash is king. Peso's number one. That's the way I see it always. Then if you need to use a credit card, great. And then I think US dollars really is the last thing you should use. Just because of the rate is horrible. And always check, because the majority of places have gratuity included, okay? You'll look for something that says service that's expected. Then underneath will be like what the expected service is, service fee, and then below that is the actual total with gratuity or the term propina.
Yeah, and a lot of it is they'll do 15% propina or gratuity. Yeah. We always did 20% no matter what or more, which they really appreciated, and I promise you they earn it. Yeah, they are the hardest working people ever, so they deserve it in my opinion. But I mean, that's on you. I'm not telling you have to tip 20%. That's just what we did. That's
what we did. But just be aware of that, how the tipping goes and everything. And please do tip them.
Yes, please tip them. They deserve
a majority of them too, their sole income are tips.
Another thing I want to mention too, just because like obviously the pandemic and everything's going on right now, with that they want you to have so much fun, and obviously in Mexico, tourism is their #1 source of income. They want you to have a good time. If you're not comfortable with this, I don't recommend traveling to Mexico right now, but masks are not required pretty much anywhere, except for places like big beach resorts in public areas such as like Papaya Playa, Azulik, the museum, SFER, any like big places like that, or like prime like luxury hotels in the public spaces, you do have to wear a mask. Anywhere else, walking up and down the streets,
it's wide open.
Yeah, and you are not required to have to wear a mask. The workers do wear masks, but you as tourists do not have to. So if you're not comfortable with that, I wouldn't recommend it.
And again, you'll see in the video, it's really about a good time.
Yeah, they want you to have a good time. Also, there is put into, I don't know if it's all of Mexico, but in Tulum, there is a 1 a.m. curfew put into place. Pretty much everywhere follows it, but it's mostly, I think
it's the main places, because there's a few places that stay
open.
There's
a few places that do stay open that you can find, obviously like littler places and stuff that you can still have a good time after 1 a.m. if that's your thing, but for the most part, a lot of the places do close at 1 a.m., so just keep that in mind. Real quickly, I just want to mention Santa Mercado is a little hole-in-the-wall type like bar too. They have great mezcal drinks, and the staff was so much fun. We went there after dinner one night for like after dinner cocktails, and we had so much fun.
They try to get you to get free drinks by
playing
games.
This little game.
There's little games they play,
and
if you win these little kind of cheesy games, even if you're failing, they're going to keep trying to do what they can, and they want you to have a good time, and it's so funny, and they make the games easier and easier
so that you'll get a free shot.
You'll get a free shot.
So again, just like walk up and down the strip, and you guys, if something looks and catches your eye, like go in there. Don't just feel the need that you have to go to places like Azulik and Nomad and Tulum and all of these like big places.
There's so much to see.
Sometimes, like we said, we found like places we actually liked better.
And we did want to add this in too. If you want to see beautiful sunsets, and again, great happy hours. A lot of them have great happy hours. Mateos.
Oh my God, how do we miss Mateos?
Yeah, we forgot it.
One of our favorite places.
Mateos. And you've got to go to the rooftop during happy hour, 2-for-1 drinks. They have a band, and the sunset is on one side, the beach is on the other. You'll see in the video. Another one, great little place that I thought was great.
Pura
Corazon. Amazing service. We ended up drinking with the manager and his staff,
and they were a great time.
And then we were able to do a tour, so you'll see in the video, which I believe you'll have.
So that will be in the vlog too. But just real quick, if you guys are there, go through the back, and there's a thing called the Sky Bar, and it's very hidden, but it's up literally in the treetops. You take all these stairs up, and you can watch the sunset, and there's music, and it's a great time. So, like we said, you do not have to get tested going into Mexico from the U.S., but you do have to get tested going back into the US. So again, you do need a test. It is required. You have to show a negative test to get back into the US.
Both PCR or antigen?
Yes,
are
either one.
taken?
You can do antigen if you want. When you are driving around, either in the Pueblo or on the hotel zone, you will see
testing centers.
Yeah, you'll see little testing centers everywhere that it's like $40 or $50 to get tested.
40 US to do the antigen.
So it's super cheap. Or you could be bougie like we did, and we didn't want to do that. We had a nurse, which we just set it up through xoxo Tulum. I'm sure like a bunch of the hotels do this. They actually call the nurse for you on the day before, or you have to do it up to 72 hours before your departure flight. So we did it the day before we left, and the hotel again set it up for us to where the nurse came that day to our hotel room, did the antigen test really quickly. It was
$65.
It was $65 a person, so more pricey, but again, it's the convenience. They come to your room. You don't have to like go venture out and wait.
And if you're worried about time frames too, by the way, sorry, comment just went out. So if you're worried about time frames too, because you got 72 hours, and she did say we did it the day before, and you're probably thinking the time frame. Just so you know, the tests come back in about an hour to 3 hours.
Yeah, so, super fast, and you just basically you put in your information, your passport number, and everything, and then the nurse will actually email you within 1 to 2 hours, and then you can either have that screenshot in that email, or what we did, which I would recommend, is getting a hard copy, and the hotel will print it out for you. You take that test with you, keep those documents, head to the airport. Super easy. Again, they pretty much walk you through everything. They will also give you 2 forms that you have to fill out, basically saying like you have not been around anyone in the past 14 days that's had the virus. Just like all
standard CDC guidelines.
And then again, they walk you through it. So as you're walking in to check in your bags, the lady will take your testing paper that shows your negative test. She staples it, takes it. And then you have a form for security. They take that. Basically, they'll just ask you for what form is needed where, again, super easy, super efficient. Mexico has set it up so easily that
it seems like they've been doing it for decades.
Yeah, besides having to get the actual test to come back, other than that, it's almost like pre-pandemic. Like, it's so easy to go to Mexico.
Everything is done so.
So I hope all of these tips and everything and different information that we're giving you, I know this is a lot of information, but we wanted to pretty much tell you completely everything like you're there with us about Tulum. So if you guys are going there and this video helped you, again, give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to stay tuned for my vlog where I'm going to show you all of these beautiful places that we went. I really, really hope this helped you guys out. We had a great trip. We'll definitely be back. And I hope if you guys are traveling, you have a great trip too. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.